William Saliba confirmed returning to Arsenal. The French under-21 international William Saliba has impressed on his loan spell at Nice. And so today we will find out what Arsenal have in mind for the future of William Saliba. As well as that, is Matteo Guendouzi set to leave Arsenal? And what about Arsenal's pursuit of Yves Bissouma? Let's discuss in today's video. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Matteo and yeah, last night was let's not even go there. But the question that I want to ask you guys down below in the comments is on William Saliba, and what do you think his role is going to be at Arsenal next season? Would you start him or would you slowly like to integrate him into the first team? Let me know down below, and let's get into today's video. Right here, then let's get into William Saliba's Arsenal future update. Having won a Player of the Month award for Nice and also been a part of numerous Team of the Weeks in League, a lot of Arsenal fans are still excited about William Saliba, but they want to know, is he gonna stay and how much is he gonna play? Well, according to the reliable Athletic UK, today they have announced that William Saliba is scheduled to join up with Arsenal squad this summer. It is only after being watched at close hand that Arteta will decide whether he will form a part of his squad next season. Until then, Arsenal continue to monitor the market for centre-backs. The first part is what Arsenal fans want to hear, but the second part, some Arsenal fans have started to ask questions. Why does Arteta need to watch Saliba play? What's going on there? You know, what is Mikel Arteta even thinking? By reading more into the article itself, I think what the Athletic are trying to bring across is the fact that Arteta, like with every player, is going to see how they are in the pre-season. Every single Arsenal player, not just Saliba, but the experienced ones and the younger ones. It was also confirmed today by a former Telefoot journalist in France, unless the situation turns around, William Saliba will be returning to Arsenal. He wishes to impose himself there. So another source claiming Saliba is going to return, confirmed. Only a few days ago, you also had the reliable Chris Wheatley say that William Saliba will return to Arsenal in July, where he will get an opportunity to impress in pre-season. He isn't for sale and won't be leaving Arsenal this summer. So my hermanos, my friends in the comments, no need to worry. We will see the Mbappe of centre-backs at Arsenal this season as things stand. Okay, hold it right there. Before we proceed to the next part, if you guys can go down there and smash a like on the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are less than 1,000 subscribers away from 40k, so please take a second of your day, press that button and make your boys' day appreciation. But as the Athletic pointed out in their article, Arsenal can look to sign another centre-back, and so what they have said is that Arsenal cover Jules Koundé, but there is a substantial stumbling block: the player's £50 million price tag and the preference for the Champions League football. Arsenal are seriously interested in Edmond Tapsoba, but he is unlikely to be available for much less than Koundé. Two young and very exciting centre-backs, both being linked to Arsenal, but ultimately the price is what's going to do the talking. Depending on what centre-back Arsenal go for, £50 million on a centre-back is massive money. But you know what, I'm not on the count and I'm an Arsenal fan, and I want the best players possibly that Arsenal can sign. And so if the Cronkies are serious about backing Mikel Arteta, £50 million for them, man, is a bit of side change. So you know what, I'm not even gonna try to be realistic at this point. But the question I want to ask you guys down below in the comments to answer is, if you could sign one of Jules Koundé or Edmond Tapsoba, what centre-back are you choosing and why? And if you have any other names that you want to give me, the comments are there, so go and use them. The AFC Bellerin also said there was intense talks between Hector Bellerin's agent and a number of Spanish and Italian clubs interested in him. Despite interest from other Premier League clubs, Bellerin has told his agent to reject those proposals directly out of his love for Arsenal. You know what, Hecky B, we've had our issues over the years. My respect and best of luck for the future. I hope you get a nice club where you can play first in football and be appreciated. But how much do you want to see Arsenal sell Hector Bellerin for? Give me some price tags, realistic price tags that you see Bellerin worth in value. Moving on then, let's discuss the future of Yves Bissouma. He is the Malian international and he is a midfielder that a lot of Arsenal fans just can't stop talking about. Well, the reliable AFC Bell has said, "Dear observers, due to many questions of Yves Bissouma, we would like to say that we are trying very hard to find a reliable and solid information before we share anything with you in this regard. However, from a purely analytical view, not based on information, there are many circumstances that favour Arsenal in the event that they decide to target the signing with the player." So the AFC Bell is saying that he might not have a reliable source right now in this deal, but there is a very good chance that this deal could happen as long as Arsenal think he's he's the right player. And I think that is the key there and there, because as much as I appreciate Yves Bissouma as a player, overall you could say that he's a very similar midfielder to Thomas Partey. So do you want to have that same type and profile in the same midfield? It's a question that Arsenal need to answer. But in terms of the transfer result, one player who's been linked with a swap deal is Eddie Nketiah. But reports have come out today from the Mirror in the UK that Watford are interested in Eddie Nketiah transfer, with Arsenal looking for a £15 million fee. But overall, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I'd rather see Nketiah go to Brighton, because that's how we can reduce that Bissouma price tag and make a very good deal. Nketiah goes to Brighton, Arsenal get Bissouma, and we pay them a bit of cashola. But do you think a fee of £15 million is fair for Eddie Nketiah? You've also had Yves Bissouma post a photo today, and you know what, I'm not even gonna go through the captions, but if you look at the final two emojis, you got the signing the contract emoji and an ear emoji. Now best believe this is basically the Arsenal FBI agents. We're looking into every little detail with our magnifying glasses, but I just don't know, it's just a bit coincidental with all the timing and all the links linking him to Arsenal. I'm not sure, make of it what you will. But the question on Yves Bissouma down below in the comments is, do you think he is that right profile of midfielder that Arsenal need to sign this summer, or is it another type of midfielder that you want to see Arsenal sign? One player who looks set to leave though is Matteo Guendouzi, and according to L'Equipe, he has agreed to join Olympique Marseille. Now, of course, L'Equipe are a pretty reliable source coming out of France, so this means this deal is very close to completion. La Provence are also saying that Matteo Guendouzi will sign a 4-year contract with Marseille. The transfer will be around 12 million euros to 15 million euros if agreed. 15 million euros for a player who's worth 45 only a matter of a few years ago. It's quite a decline. But I'm not going to complain, I just don't think Guendouzi has a future at Arsenal, and the current manager Mikel Arteta doesn't rate him that highly. But you also have to take into account he only has 1 year left on his current contract, so do let me know your thoughts down below. Is 15 million euros a fair price for Matteo Guendouzi? Another player to leave Arsenal is Granit Xhaka, and according to The Athletic, Xhaka is another potential departure. Yves Bissouma and Sander Berge are among names under consideration at Arsenal. Sheffield United's relegation has seen Berge's release clause decrease, but not substantially. He would still cost a significant amount. Sander Berge and Bissouma are the two names that Arsenal consistently get linked to by very reliable sources. But are they the right players to replace Granit Xhaka? As reports continue coming out of Italy claiming that Roma's first offer of Xhaka for 13 million euros plus add-ons has been rejected by Arsenal, Roma will return with an improved offer, which could involve Amadou Diawara in a part exchange. Now, in terms of Amadou Diawara and a swap deal there, I think I like the play, but he is very similar to Partey and Bissouma, so Arsenal might be interested. But in terms of Granit Xhaka, 13 million euros, 1-3, no. Listen, Arsenal, be serious and get a bit more money, because Xhaka might not be the best of players, but he's certainly worth more than that. Xhaka on Jose Mourinho wanting him. Everyone knows that Mourinho and what he has achieved. Mourinho knows how to win titles. You can now see what work I have done over the past few years. And almost in that final part of the quote, he says, look at what I've done over the past few years. He's been good for Arsenal in the last maybe few months, but over the last few years, he's been very inconsistent. But listen, if Granit Xhaka wants to fly over to Rome and to link up with Jose Mourinho, go and do that. I don't really care about that. All I worry about is how much money Arsenal can get from this transfer, and then to reinvest it into a better midfielder, more suited to what Mikel Arteta wants to do at Arsenal. But let me know, who do you think is that prime midfielder that Arsenal need to sign this summer to replace Granit Xhaka at Arsenal? And moving on to the other Arsenal news today. First things first, the future of Martin Odegaard, the Norwegian playmaker who used to play for Arsenal, right now plays for Real Madrid. The Athletic are saying that Odegaard and Sander Berge are good friends and met up several times during the former's spell in England. It is not beyond the realms of possibility that both Norwegians could be at Arsenal next season. A lot of Arsenal fans have kind of taken their eyes off Martin Odegaard. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of fans still do want to see him sign, but quite a few Arsenal fans have turned their attentions to a player like Emiliano Buendia instead. Arsenal themselves though have always kind of made it clear that Odegaard is their prime target. It's just a matter of Real Madrid, his current club, and if they don't think he's right for them this summer and they want to sell, then I am absolutely sure that Arsenal will look to make an offer for Martin Odegaard. But if Madrid say that we don't want to sell the guy, then Arsenal have the target of Emiliano Buendia, who they're going to look to target instead, and that is why they already contacted the agent of Buendia and his representatives. But if you could pick one out of the two players, Buendia or Martin Odegaard, who are you picking out of them two ballers? And let me know why. The Athletic are also saying that Arsenal are looking for a new number 2 goalkeeper, although there is some concerns internally they may also require a number 1, but Leno is considering leaving. Arsenal are determined to find a second choice keeper who can qualify as homegrown. That first goalkeeper, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Onana, or do Arsenal have another player they have scouted out of nowhere that could replace Bernd Leno? Now, personally speaking, I don't think Bernd Leno is going to leave Arsenal this summer, simply because of how many other things Arsenal have to sort out as well, with Xhaka potentially leaving and obviously Bellerin and Guendouzi. So many things to do. But there are quite a few Arsenal fans that don't quite rate Bernd Leno when it comes to playing out to the back. So are there any goalkeepers on the current market that you think Arsenal simply cannot miss out on? And finally, we have an Arsenal source called Le Grove say that, as I mentioned the other day, there is cash being injected into the system this summer. We Arsenal don't have to sell to buy. Okay, that's promising news, but are the Cronkies really gonna invest? I hope they do, because right now their asset in Arsenal Football Club, it is depreciating in value, and that is the only reason why I am semi-optimistic they might wake up and go, listen, we can't keep losing money, we need to make more money and we need to invest more money. But look, watching Chelsea last night win the Champions League for the second time, it was heartbreaking, it was painful. And then seeing their owner on the pitch after the game celebrating with the Champions League, would we ever see the same thing with the Arsenal and the Cronkies? Are we ever going to be that successful again under the ownership, and are they going to sell if that's not the case? Right now I'm trying very hard to be somewhat optimistic for the future, but it's very hopeless seeing clubs like Chelsea overtake Arsenal in terms of Champions League wins, not just once but now twice. But you know what, I'm going to ask the question right now that you can answer if you want to, but do you think Arsenal will ever win the Champions League within the next 50 years? If so, let me know what year do you think that's going to be. Let's see if there are any prediction Houdinis down below in the comments. But that is the video around there. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to go down there and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Please do follow your boy on them social medias, especially on the Instagram. I'm trying to hit 10,000 followers there, links will be down below. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed it. As always, in terms of Chelsea, yeah, congratulations on the Champions League, but do you have a gold Premier League trophy? I didn't think so. I'll see you guys later in a bit.